I went to the Monte Carlo Masters last week, and while it was absolutely fabulous, it was also not as straightforward as I hoped. And this is a bit of a pattern with tennis tournaments, as I guess the demand for tickets is quite high, so it makes the whole process a bit tedious. It's not like you decide that I'm going to go to a tournament next year and then it's going to be just as simple. So I decided to make a video on some things I wish I knew before I got started, especially as a new tennis fan. Obviously, if you've been watching tennis for a long time, some of these might seem pretty obvious, but for you, if you haven't been to a tournament or if you're not an avid, like, religious tennis viewer, these will be really helpful if you want to go to watch some tennis in Monaco, or if you would like to go to another tournament. This might also be helpful for you because some rules apply across all of them. In this video, we'll cover what it is, when it happens, planning, so that includes dates, tickets, important dates, logistics, and of course I'll also mention if I think it was worth it, also how much we spent on things, particularly food. Just in case you don't know, the Monte Carlo Masters is an ATP Masters 1000 tournament, so it is not a Grand Slam. There are 4 Grand Slams: Australian Open, US Open, Wimbledon, and what's the other one? US Open, of course. Yeah, so it's not one of those, but it's the next tier, which is ATP Masters 1000, though it's the only one which is not actually compulsory for top players to go to, or the others they have to attend. And it's only men, so if you only like men's tennis, I don't know why you would take that. I don't know why it would be like that, but then you would like this, because my boyfriend prefers to watch men's tennis live. But I don't mind. I actually think I might prefer watching women's tennis just a little bit. It's just that the men obviously are more popular and they're going to have more titles. It's going to be just higher stakes in a way, more money in some cases, actually maybe in most cases. Yeah, and the surface is obviously red clay. Now, this obviously happens in Monte Carlo usually around the weekend after Easter. The qualifying round starts the weekend of Easter and then continues until the week that follows Easter, Saturday from Easter weekend to the next Sunday, so about 9 days. Because of when it's situated, it's like the opening season of the South of France season, which is what makes this tournament perfect for maybe casual tennis fans. Obviously, Wimbledon is the most famous Grand Slam, and that's where you find most non-tennis people. But I feel like for people who travel for tennis and maybe who are not maybe looking for content opportunities, because obviously Wimbledon is more of a socialite thing, I think Monte Carlo is perfect for that. Also, being in the south of France location is you can make a whole of it. If you don't live in the south of France, there is so much to see there, so you can go to the tennis and then watch other things, so you can get a bigger bang for your buck. But if you live in the south of France, then that's easy for you. You can just make a day trip out of it, as there is a train that connects all the towns in Côte d'Azur to Monte Carlo. It is also very aesthetic. Look at the view. It's next to the yards and very stylish court in Monaco. That makes it even better for the person maybe who is into tennis, just for it's like that. But then I start to enjoy and watch all the matches now. But if you just like the vibes, the whites and the greens and the red clay, this is perfect for you, because it is just stunningly beautiful and it's just as pretty in person as it is in the photos. As you can see, these are my own photos and this looks absolutely sick. The way people dress against the green backdrop with the red clay, perfect. Oh, and the blue sea, of course, absolutely perfect. I always make a Substack that goes along with my videos, and in that I'll put an itinerary that you can use or copy in case you decide to travel for this tournament, because I really strongly believe you should do maybe at most 1 or maybe 2 days of tennis. It's not entirely worth it to do more than that unless you live there or have a lot of money or really love tennis that much. But I feel like some matches actually are better seen on TV, like finals, in my opinion, and you make a day out of it. You do whatever makes you happiest. Now, let's start with our most important thing, which is dates. Like I mentioned, when it usually happens, maybe I'll add the dates when it happened this year, which I know was from 4th to 12th last year and the year before that, just to get an idea of when it usually happens, because obviously Easter does move around quite a bit. But with tennis tournaments, there are so many more important dates than just when the tournament occurs, and those tend to have more to do with tickets. This year, the tickets went on sale 1st December, and unlike other tournaments like Roland Garros, which I queued up for this year, the tickets did not sell out, but obviously the good ones do sell out, and they have a 3-day tournament pass, which also sells out quite quickly, because it gives you access to the quarters, the semis, and the finals, which I think would be what avid tennis fans would want to see, especially if they have access to Monte Carlo. But I think resellers also sell those out. Then around Feb, they allow people to resell their tickets on the official Monte Carlo side. Now, of course, on the unofficial sites, the tickets will be there as soon as people get them and are able to put them on there. but the official one, the resale site, will open around 3 months after the tickets go on sale. And there will be some tickets on here, but it's usually not the very good ones. I've been checking this site almost daily trying to get tickets. Almost, it's just the doubles tickets. I think there was only one game of singles that ever came for 2 seats. Most of them were very unfavorable, but they do come up. But it's just, you just have to be comfortable with watching doubles, which I imagine most normal people don't. At least I don't. I prefer to watch singles, quite honestly. Moving on from dates is prices. I have the pricing PDF for this year, and here it is. It's quite self-explanatory, and the website does a good job of providing how the seat map works. But actually, a really good trick before you get your ticket, I highly recommend putting together all this information. The name of the section, like the official name, category S, category K, whatever it is, and then you'll go on the resale site. They have a function where you can see the view from where you'll be sat. Now, I have to be honest, it does look much better online than it does in person because there are no people in front of you, but it's more than adequate, trust me. After you do that, I'm imagining you'll have a set budget, so you don't have to do this for all of them. If you're just looking to spend less than 150, just look at those sections and then go to the resale site and do that, because they don't do that on the official website. Because when the day comes to buy the ticket, you need to know the ticket exactly that you want, because the tickets sell out in seconds. Well, if you want specific tickets, if you want bad tickets, of course those will still be available. Yeah, now tickets start really cheap from like €35 to over 1,000, as you saw, for multiple tournament passes. But I would say the prices are quite fair. Honestly, you're seeing the best tennis players, maybe top 40 tennis players in the world, and you get to see them for that price. I think that's fair, even if it's especially because it's Monte Carlo. I think the prices might even be cheaper than Wimbledon, if I'm not wrong, given that the euro is a bit weaker than the pound. So I paid £250 for our tickets, and this was our view, which I think was more than adequate. This was on the second biggest, but this was on the resale site, so I'm guessing these seats might have been around €70 on the site, as the resale people usually doubled price-ish, around 190 or 180% of the original price, which again is not ideal. But have you seen how resellers work in the US? They will have tickets for $10,000. So again, not the best, but not the worst in case you miss out on tickets. Do not obsess over having the best seats, as most seats have a really good view of the players, but that is more true on the smaller courts, Court de Prince and Court Elizabeth Anne de Marcy. Because the courts are small, you just can't see. I was sitting in the last row, which actually preferred to being sat in the second last or whatever, third last or fourth last, because then you can lean, the air from behind keeps you cool while it's quite hot, and the shade, you stay in the shade almost the whole day. So we were only in direct sunlight for maybe 1 hour, maybe even less. So I would recommend you either get the last row 21 of Court de Prince, or just sit in front so you can get a better view. Obviously, if you have the option, most likely you won't have that option. Of course, with the draft, you never know who you're going to see, but for our day, these are the players that we saw, and these are their rankings, just to get an idea of the price and what kind of players you'll be seeing. But you never know who you're going to see until then. With these prices, we could have easily seen Yannick Sinner or Alcaraz. I think for us, because we're tennis fans, we knew some of these players, so we're okay. But if you're not an avid tennis fan who doesn't know these players, maybe it might not be as exciting for you. But if you really want to see really good players, then maybe you start getting tickets from quarterfinals, because then you're guaranteed to see top 20 players. Of course, unless someone from the bottom gets lucky and comes up. Yeah. But then in that case, you would want to experience that. Why not? And in my opinion, Court de Prince is the best option to get the best bang for your buck, as it's in between the two. I feel like the lowest ranking players are put on Elizabeth and de Marcy, and of course the best are put on the biggest court, which is Court Renier. But what you should know is that the draw has usually, I don't know how to explain this, but they cannot have all the good matches on the other court and all the semi-good matches on this, as people will not be predictively playing each other. If number 12 is playing number 41, it's hard to gauge, is that a really good match or is that a bad match? So I would say the quality of the matches is quite on par on Court de Prince and Court Renier, except that the tickets are cheaper on Court de Prince, and it's a smaller court, as opposed to Court Renier, where the tickets were 4 times the price, maybe £400-500. So I really don't think that's worth it. Moving on to logistics, accommodation, where to sleep, plenty of hotels in Monaco, but I actually think you should sleep outside Monaco. I don't think the prices are that different. as long as the quality of the hotel is the same along the French Riviera. So actually, that should not stop you from sleeping in Monaco. But I think aside from the tennis, there is not much else to do in Monaco, unless of course you've never been and you want to go see the palace. What else is there to see? Boats? That's like a 10-minute activity. So I think sleeping somewhere else and coming in, and then in that place you can see other towns, whether you choose to sleep in St. Paul de Vence or Cannes or Antibes, towns that actually have way more character than Monaco. Now, I slept at my boyfriend's dad's house, so this was not an issue, which is in Cap d'Isle. Literally, we could have walked to the tournament, but we chose not to because that game started at 11. That means we'd have to get up at 9 because I have to do my makeup for 1 hour. So we drove in a drive which is about 10 minutes, and that was not bad at all. So if you can sleep in Cap d'Isle, actually, that's quite a decent option. It's just that it's a very quiet town. So you will have to travel from it to see things every day. It's more of a living town than a tourist town, which some people might prefer, including myself. Moving on to transportation, as I told you, we drove and it was so hard to find parking. We spent maybe 20 minutes, maybe even up to 30 minutes looking for parking, and no one was willing to help. I don't understand. Like they were just all looking at us like, what would you expect? It's quite a busy day, quite a busy season, which I guess in a way I understand, but also like direct us somewhere, tell us to go back to France and come back in with a train or something. It was too hard to find parking. I would recommend either planning from the get-go. Well, first of all, you can just get there earlier, but do you really want to start watching tennis from 11 to 8:30? I don't think so. So if you're going to get there at 12 or 1, you'll find the parking full. So either plan from the start to park, sorry, my light went off, to park really far away and then walk 20 minutes, which is what we ended up doing, except we wasted a lot of time looking for parking. Yeah, that's option 1. Option 2, which I think is the best, is drive in. No, I should backtrack. They offer free buses that go around Monaco, Monte Carlo, taking people to the tennis. So you can see the route of the bus, which I'll have here because I took a picture of it the previous day because we're in Monaco 2 days before we went to see the tennis. And then find one of those spots and park near those spots and then take the bus to the tournament. Of course, the issue is that coming back, you'll have to wait for the bus, and I'm not exactly sure what the schedule is, as that was not advertised, but I'm guessing they were running consistently, as I'm not entirely sure about this. But also maybe make it walking distance. I don't think 30 minutes of walking is that bad, but if you think it is, sorry. Yeah, of course, the other option is train. The train is incredibly rammed. I could show you some videos from TikTok that shows how the trains were, and that train is hot. I personally don't think France has the best trains, especially when it gets really hot in the summer, because the trains in London, the newer ones, are air conditioned. So I'm a bit spoiled in that regard. But yeah, so this is not the best of conditions to go down to see the tennis, as everyone is heading down, which is why if I don't have a car, I would Uber in either to the border of Monte Carlo, walk to the bus stop and take the bus there, or Uber in just straight into Monte Carlo. Of course, the issue is that you cannot Uber out of Monte Carlo. You have to go into France to come back. But I think to come back on the train might be a bit, you don't really care about getting yourself dirty, as you might likely be wearing light colors as it's tennis and summer. You don't really care about getting dirty, so you can come back maybe a bit more. You can decide to have dinner in Monte Carlo and then come back while everyone has left already around 9 p.m. So just find a way to finish that. Food is not actually as expensive as many people would think, but it's because I'm in London and I'm used to London prices. So we paid 33 euros and we got each a baguette of this size, which was okay. Like, it's France, the bread cannot possibly be that bad. It wasn't the best, but it definitely wasn't the worst. So we got 2 baguettes like this and a Coke and some water, and that was plenty for both of us. Actually, we didn't finish the baguettes because they were just too big. And then I saw some people came in with their own food. It's not that hard to get food, and the queues are not that bad. There was a bit of a queue, but it was maybe only 5 minutes, nothing major. But I feel like you can get a sandwich and enter with it if you really don't want to buy food there, and enter with it and have that during the day, or carry some snacks that will also suffice. But also you want to stretch your legs at some point in the day, so I really don't think that's absolutely necessary. Also, I don't know if you want a sandwich that has been blazing hot sunshine for 5 hours. Finally, what to wear. So I made sure to take a video and also find some from TikTok to show you just what the vibe is. Of course, this is what I wore. I didn't really like the shoes, but they were the best option for walking. But if you're a girl and you want to be cute, I think low heels are more than acceptable if you want to look at great pictures on Instagram. Completely understand. Anything for the aesthetic. Yeah. And in the Substack that I write for this article, I'll add more ideas because I struggle a bit with how to dress in summer, how to dress formal in summer. Like, I'm fine to go to the office and to go to the picnic or whatever, but it's hard for me to dress formal in summer because in winter, like the boots dress up the outfit and the coat, which we don't have in summer. And also when you're using public transport, you don't want to all be bedazzled and you're on the bus looking like, I don't know. So I'll have some additional options that I was considering in the article. As I said, the expenses might not be very helpful, but I just spent on the tickets. My boyfriend paid for everything. But in the itinerary that I'll attach, I'll add screenshots because I checked the prices of our hotels right before the tournament, and I'll add those to show you that what the prices would be. But in the south of France are very expensive. Expect to spend no less than 25 euros per Uber trip, even if you're going somewhere for 10 minutes. So that in mind. Ticket prices, I shared those. And then food, we were in the south of France for 3 days, and I would say on average you spend between 80 to 120 euro each dinner, each meal for 2 people. So budget for that as well. But also it's because I'm with a guy. When I'm with a girl, usually we eat once a day and then just snacks throughout the day because who needs that much food? Well, guys don't. Now I will head into the vlog here just to show you how things were. But before that, I think I should also mention that a lot of people ask me, was it worth it? 100%. Yes, I didn't pay for much, but even if I was, 100%. In fact, I'm expecting to go back next year with a friend and I'll do it over and over again, probably for as long as I can do it for the rest of my life, because it was such an experience. Like, it nearly brought tears to my eyes, which I know is a bit extra, but I really felt like I was doing something that I really want to do, and having managed to do that, of course with the help with my partner at the time, I don't know, like it made me so emotional, and I'm so glad that I did it. It's definitely one of the highlights of my life. If you like this kind of content of just getting out of your comfort zone to experience the world a little bit more through culture, reading, film, then go ahead and follow along. The next video after this one is going to be the books I read to get smarter in Q1, so Jan, Feb, March. And then after that, I'll be doing 2 of the books, Aurelius's Meditations and Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. I'll be going to Roland Garros as well and making a similar video, so give me some feedback so that I can do the Roland Garros video a bit better. Other than that, like and subscribe if this is your vibe. Bye. That went by us had Rolex Monte Masters on top.
Say again?
The bus that went by us had Rolex Masters at the top. Oh, I've never been here. Is this level 2?
No.
You know, Zverev and Medvedev fought after their match. Not physically, but they insulted each other.
When?
I think their match on Monday or yesterday.
No, it's impossible they play against.
Yeah, they played against each other on Monday, I think.
Here in Monaco. Not here in Monte Carlo.
Here?
No, they are still in. It's impossible.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. That's weird.
Medvedev is playing. Is playing Berrettini, and Zverev is playing today.
Couple. Maybe it was another tournament. Oh,
The
see that!
Solid.
Is this Spanish or
Italian.
Italian? There's so many! Fritz! I can't believe there are no women at this tournament. Sisyphus was knocked out. Rossetti's still playing?
I think so. Yes. They're not out now.
Good news is we're not the only ones who are arriving after the games have started. Like, the good news is there are so many people arriving now.
tell you
The twerking.
Lex Mingo. He doesn't stand. I don't know. I knew that. I knew there was something. I told you, I was thinking there was something like that.
Oh god, this is so fun.
Very Italian art. Sold out things. L'hai chiamato? Stiamo raggiungendo i campi di tennis attraverso una scala incredibile perché abbiamo fatto una partita boia, facciamo perché that way.
Down, no, straight. This is really Lord of the Rings. Oh, the flag!
Noi camminiamo di qua invece di
La miglior posizione di Carino 17 minuti.
Changement de balle, s'il vous plaît, Bojan, please. Donc, it's been 5-2, les Spartans 2-1.
He's big.
Dico per lui,
Russian.
dico per tutti gli italiani.
Is still playing for Russia?
He's Russian.
No, Sabalenka is not playing for Russia.
Huh?
Sabalenka is not playing for
That's
Russia.
her.
And someone else,
He's Belarus.
Rybakina?
He's Kazakh. But they made a choose before.
Rybak is hungry.
Yeah.
15-0 petit lot.
We lose that game serving 0 points.
Wow.
The one we just seen.
Et je vous fais confiance, chers spectateurs, lui est français, c'est le 27e mondial, le premier français, Arthur Rinderletz. Ja, goed.
Hier ist ja immer das Gleiche.
Was usually made. So if it's not in the toilet, then they have some explaining to do.
Nennt immer den Favoriten.
Ah, schade, potevi
Monte Carlo, partiti.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous venons d'applaudir celui qui se qualifie pour ce troisième tour du Rolex Monte Carlo Masters.
Do you like it?
No, but the white one is better.
Oh my god.
5M.
You think it's good for you? Too big?
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
You gonna try?
Should I try? So dangerous. Let's see. Where is the Italy? Welcome.
After this.